To a large extent, this video is going to be a rant. This is an LG 75 NANO 91ANA TV. Frankly, it's got a lovely picture. It's slim, but not overly slim as I gather some of them are. When it started out, I was very happy with it and didn't hit problems until I went to connect it to my AV system. So we'll back it up. I got this at Costco and they had a nice deal on it, delivered, got it here, turned it on, it was working, so everything's looking good. I then had to put it back away in the box because of construction. They finished the painting and I was able to get it up on the wall and start using it as a standalone TV. Okay, I was impressed. The picture was good. The quality of the picture, the graphics, even the sound for a TV this size was good. And I thought everything was going to be happy. You know, the interface wasn't bad. Their apps had a lot to offer, and I was looking forward to getting it hooked up into the AV system and getting everything working properly. And then the problem hit. Okay, I'm using a Yamaha RX-A1070 receiver. Never had a problem with it before. I was using it with a Samsung previously. Just plug the HDMIs in, straight to the TV, no issue. Not the case with this. Okay, I plugged in my peripherals, which are a FireCube, Chromecast TV, and a Blu-ray player, and nothing was working properly. Okay, was having problems getting the Chromecast to set up, was having problems getting the Firebox to work, and don't get me started on the Blu-ray player. I could finally get the Blu-ray player to play a disc, but I could not get the menu up and running. Okay, I call LG, and their response to the whole thing was, well, we don't like you hooking things up that way. We want you to hook everything into the TV. That was not news I wanted to hear. Okay, as you may have noticed, there are no wires hanging down. We just did this wall. The wires are in the wall. HDMI cables went through the wall. I only ran 2. Okay, didn't think I'd need more than that. For a normal situation, you wouldn't. Network cable to the TV, so it's hardwired. You know, everything's going nicely. Network cable to the peripherals. Okay, I call LG, talking to the guy there in customer service, and the answer I basically got was, LG doesn't like running it that way. We want you to do it through the TV. So all the options are being taken away from me. I have to do it their way. I have to run all the peripherals to the TV, which means I'd have to run 3 more cables to the TV to get everything functioning properly. That didn't make a lot of sense to me. Hung up, played with it, and slowly got things working. I think one of the Chromecast was bad, maybe 2. They were first generation. Chromecast TV did load in, and slowly I started getting things in, but I couldn't get the Blu-ray player working properly. I ended up plugging the Blu-ray player into HDMI 1 using the ARC channel, which on the TV is HDMI 3, to get the sound back, and now I got my menu and the Blu-ray player was working properly. Okay, but it wasn't the way I wanted it hooked up. Okay, so things are slowly getting working. My wife is not happy because she's looking at the gymnastics I'm going through and she's saying, if you're not here, how the hell am I going to get to watch TV? Because I have all these remotes on the side. My universal remote hasn't been set up yet because I'm not sure how to set it up with all this crap. And now I call Costco. I'm running close to their 90-day return period, and I'm tempted to take it back. Of course, 1, I don't know if it'll fit in the car. They delivered it. 2, who wants to take a TV off the wall if you don't have to? So I'm fighting the urge. I call Costco. Now they put me in contact with LG customer support. She's on the Costco rep is on the phone. She's connecting, and the LG rep wants the Costco person off the phone. Doesn't want her listening in. That didn't sound good to me. And sure enough, we're talking, and she says, the TV's working, that's all we care about. So there's nothing we're gonna do for you. So basically it was go screw yourself. It's working the way we want it to work. Not real good here. Okay. So I start backing things out. I'm not gonna let a TV beat the crap out of me like this. And there had to be an answer that nobody's giving me. Nobody's hasn't hit yet. And I can't believe I'm the only one with this. And actually I'm not, because online I found others using Yamaha and LG had issues. And in talking to LG, they said, yeah, we know there are HDMI issues with Yamaha receivers. I said, well, why don't you have them stamped on the box, because that's a rather expensive TV with a decent receiver. I mean, these are both top-line manufacturers, and they're giving me crap like this, that, yeah, we know there's an issue. That issue, I discovered, goes back to 2018, so they've had 3 years to fix it, so they don't give a damn. So now, how did I get it to work, and how did I solve things? Now I have my 3 peripherals going into the receiver. They're working fine. I basically had to turn this into a dumb TV, and I had to figure out how to do it myself. So I will show you how to do it now. You can see the picture's good. Right now it's on the Fire Cube. I will be bringing up the menus and showing you what I did. So I am coming off screen, and we'll show you what we got. Okay, so the first thing I came to realize was the more you let the TV interact, the more control it wanted to exert itself. I'm not going to say it's artificial intelligence, but the software in it kept wanting to take more and more control. Okay, so the first thing I did was I shut down the ARC. Stopped using HDMI 3, so the TV doesn't see anything plugged into the ARC. Shut down the ARC on the Yamaha. So there's no return channel being used right now. I would have liked to have been able to use the features on the, or the apps I should say, on the LG, but I can live without them. There certainly is enough to watch on the Chromecast and the Fire Stick, the Firebox. So that's the first thing I did. I shut down the ARC. I now plugged the Blu-ray player back into the receiver, and yes, a video would play, but I'm not getting the menu on the receiver. So here's where we found the issues. When I turned things on, I'd get a message that the TV was going to turn on the HDMI Ultra HD Deep Color, and that seemed to be where the problem was. The other HDMI functions that seem to want to take control of things, I turned off as well. So we will go through those. Now, what I ended up getting where the HDMI Ultra HD Deep Color would come in, it seemed to shut down the HDMI to the peripheral in respect that I would get a no power signal or no signal message from the TV. So there was nothing I could do about it. No picture, just a message saying there's no signal. And what I ended up doing was twofold. One, we go to settings. Oh, forgive me. I'll back up again. I ended up stumbling onto this by one, doing 2 resets, and the resets eliminated all the LG interference from starting up immediately. So I'd see things would start working my way. Then as LG wormed its way more into the system, they would start dropping out. So after 2 resets, I started looking things differently. So now let's go to settings. The first problem we had. Okay, I brought up the settings. I didn't bother looking at it here. I went to all settings. And that brought up the submenu, maybe. Let's try that again. Go to all settings. Now here, up at picture, I went down to additional settings. Okay, there's the bad boy. HDMI Ultra Deep Color. Okay, that's where I was having the problem. I did not want it on, so it's turned off here. It's turned off on all the channels, but HDMI 2 is the only one I'm using right now. I shut that down, and then my menu showed up for the Blu-ray player. Wasn't that nice? So that's what was screwing up the Blu-ray player. Next, I went back to all settings, which we're already in, and where was that? Connections, device connection settings. Now here, the Simple Link, HDMI, the auto device detection, and the auto power, I shut all off because they're looking to interface with the peripherals as well. So it seems the more they look, the more they interfere. So I shut these down. Okay, everything started working. Shut it down. Next day I come down, and there I get the HDMI Ultra HD Deep Color thing, and things stop working again. Okay, so that's when I called LG for the 3rd time, and this time I actually had someone who knew what she was doing. Okay, I shut down everything again, like you see here, the Simple Link, the auto device, and the HDMI Deep Color, and she said do a hard reset, not the soft reset you would find in the settings here. A hard reset where you unplug the TV, push the on-off button, which is right under the LG thing at the bottom here, and hold that on-off button for 15 to 30 seconds. I did that, and that turned it off. So the problem didn't occur again when I turned the TV back on. When I went to another device, I had the same thing happen. So apparently, depending on which HDMI on the receiver, it was reactivating the HDMI color. So I again turned it off for the new HDMI device on the receiver, did a hard reset, and that held up fine. So then yesterday, I got a message from LG that there is a software update available. Guess what happened after the software update? It reactivated the HDMI Ultra HD Deep Color. I went in, shut it down again, and then did a hard reset, and we're going strong today. So there you go. This should not, as far as I'm concerned, none of this should have been happening. There's no excuse for it. They should make it easier to shut this stuff down. Frankly, their customer service people should know what's going on. Telling you the TV should be working the way we want it, not the way you want it, is a disgrace. The second phone call where she said, you know, sorry, it's working, we don't care. I mean, that amounts to go screw yourself. And for the expense of these things, that is not a good answer. So I hope this helps you. The TV, the HDMI, the Blu-ray, all function properly with the LG. And I just will not use any of the apps with it. I will not take a chance on reactivating them because I don't trust the LG to not worming its way back in to what we have here. So I hope this helps someone out there. And, you know, please, if you've had similar problems, I'd love to hear your thoughts as well.